Now a Fox 5 I-Team exclusive. Our I-Team has uncovered more than $300,000 spent from a secret City of College Park bank account that lasted some 6 years without ever undergoing an audit.
Our I-Team also found more than $100,000 in cash was withdrawn from the account either through ATM or over-the-counter transactions. Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell is here with the details. Dale.
Courtney, it's a lot of cash. The account was set up for employees of the Tracy Wyatt Recreation Center. It was in place between 2010 and 2016 when it was shut down and forgotten. But when we asked to see the bank records last December, the new College Park mayor took immediate action, calling for an audit and putting 2 employees on administrative leave. It was Christmas time at the Tracy Wyatt Recreation Center, and the good times were rolling. Longtime College Park City Councilman and local power broker Tracy Wyatt was giving out gifts.
We have plenty.
Nearby, 2 city employees watched the festivities unfold. Director of Recreation Emmanuel Rainey and Supervisor of the Tracy Wyatt Rec Center, Cressida Dowdell. Last December, when that holiday spirit was in full view here, the I-Team was uncovering a secret city bank account the city officials said they knew nothing about. The city manager told us the account was used only by Tracy Wyatt Rec Center employees. More than $300,000 spent in 6 years, including more than $100,000 in cash withdrawals. The rec center was named for then longtime councilman Tracy Wyatt. It was built in his district. Over $100,000 in cash was removed from it. Do you know what happened?
Oh, it's taxpayer money. It's public money.
Georgia State University professor and government finance expert Bart Hildreth says it is troubling and highly unusual for a city account to go unaudited.
If it's related to the city, then we have to have a way to track it. And as an auditor, you got to make sure that you account for everything.
Is Ms. Dowdell here? When the I-Team asked to see the Tracy Wyatt Rec Center account, the only records College Park could produce were these bank statements from 2010 to 2016. The city manager told us there were no receipts, no checks, just 2 debit cards assigned to Emmanuel Rainey and Cressida Dowdell. And those debit cards were used to withdraw more than $100,000 in cash, according to bank statements. A red flag to you?
A big red flag. I mean, the bank account not being recognized is one thing, but the cash withdrawals is quite different than anything I've ever seen.
At this one bank branch alone, there were 85 ATM withdrawals totaling more than $27,000, and no explanation of how any of that cash was spent. But the biggest cash withdrawals took place inside the bank with over-the-counter cash transactions, often more than $1,000, almost always an even number. The biggest, an eye-popping $15,000 in cash in April of 2012.
Cash out the door is hard to track.
$15,000?
Right.
Have you ever seen anything like that? If you didn't know anything about the account?
I don't know anything about the account.
Jack Longino was mayor of College Park when the account was active. He told us he heard that the money in the account was donated to the city, but he doesn't know who donated it or what the money was spent on. And $100,000 in cash came out?
I don't know what was in the account. You know more than I do.
I wasn't the mayor.
You know more than I do, and you worked the mayor.
In 2016, a new finance department manager discovered the secret rec center account and shut it down. The city took no action until the I-Team asked for the bank records last December. Newly elected Mayor Bianca Motley Broom ordered an immediate outside audit. Did this surprise you when you heard it?
It did. It did. Our citizens have the right to know what's going on with this, and I think that our council, and me included, are committed to getting to the bottom of it.
We are too, and kept digging. We looked at the expense reports of Emmanuel Rainey, who had one of those debit cards, and noticed a number of interesting items, like this. Rainey asked the city to reimburse him $259 for spring break camp supplies from S&S Worldwide on 4/4/2012. On 4/2/2012, the rec center debit card paid the exact same amount to the exact same vendor, $259 to S&S Worldwide. Professor Hildreth says he believes the city should turn the rec center account over to prosecutors.
I would not sit on something like that.
You would turn it over to somebody who has law enforcement.
Someone who has more responsibility on that than I do.
Now, after we asked to examine the Tracy Wyatt Recreation Center bank records, the city put Emmanuel Rainey and Cressa Dowdell on administrative leave. That audit is underway, and Mayor Motley Broom hopes to have some answers as soon as possible. Courtney, Russ?
Wow, certainly raises a lot of questions. Thanks, Dale.
Dale, thanks. While tens of